Welcome to City Issues, a series of discussions with Mayor Randy McClement and key city staff designed to provide useful information on a variety of city topics and answer some common questions. I'm Patti Mullins, Public Information Coordinator for the City of Frederick, and this is City Issues.
A sort of transportation park. It's a multimodal ability to get people.
A series of discussions with Mayor Randy McClement. The Frederick Police Department is committed to a community policing strategy that builds trust and strengthens communication among all stakeholders and police officers so that the entire community can work together. Michele Bowman, Public Information and Community Outreach Coordinator for the Frederick Police, is here with me and Mayor Randy McClement to discuss the successes and future goals of the community outreach initiatives that form the foundation of Frederick's community policing. Welcome, Michele.
Thank you for having me.
And how are you, Miss Michele?
I am doing great, thank you.
Very good. Well, thank you for coming and welcome. Today we're going to talk a little bit about community policing and community outreach for the police department. A lot of people may or may not know that one of the big things that we strive for in the city police department is the aspect of community policing. It's very important to the not only to the structure of FPD, but for the citizens more than anything themselves. I had the opportunity to bring on a new police chief, Chief Hargis, a little over a year ago now. And one of the main goals that we wanted in a new police chief was their commitment to community policing. Now, part of that is how we outreach to the community. So that's why we're here today, having you come and tell us a little bit about what kind of outreach efforts we've made through the police department.
Well, the Frederick Police Department is obviously committed to our community. We do a vast amount of outreach efforts, programs, services geared to hit every segment of our community. Frederick is very fortunate that we have a very diverse cultural community. So reaching all the different segments sometimes can be a little bit challenging. So we offer a lot of different programs, hopefully to be able to reach everybody. Some of the programs that you may or may not know about would be we have an auxiliary post, an explorer post. So auxiliary are folks over the age of 21 that want to volunteer some time with us. You do a background check, you get some training, you help out on special events, traffic direction, that kind of stuff. We just started up Chapter 153 after our officer that passed away, Officer Bremer, and that post is comprised of folks ages 14 to 21. And they kind of do the same thing as our auxiliary. They help out at special events, that kind of thing. We also have a PAL program, which has been around since 1999 here in the city of Frederick, which helps children in various communities interact with police officers in a very positive light. So those are just a couple of the ones that you may not know about. There's many other things that we do besides, Neighborhood Advisory Council, Youth Police Academy, Citizens Police Academy. We do the GREAT program, the Gang Resistance Education and Training program for all of our elementary school students who attend city schools. So we're very committed to getting out into the community and making a positive presence.
I had one follow-up question. The Explorer post, is that the one for ages 14 to 21?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And auxiliary is for 21?
21 and over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And they are critical to the success of the department because they're out at a lot of special events, and those are the folks that you see, and they truly are giving. They're volunteering their time and energy.
President's Task Force on 21st Century Policing. A lot of people may not know about that or hear about that, but it's somewhat important. So can you give us a little background on it?
It is. It's a very important document that President Obama released. He put together an amazing team of advisors from across the country. And they came up with 6 pillars that they wanted law enforcement to follow. It's almost like a roadmap. So within each pillar are different goals and objectives and ideas on how to achieve. So the 6 pillars are something that we take very seriously and we do a lot with. So Pillar 1 is building trust and legitimacy. Pillar 2 is policy and oversight, which is a lot of our general orders are online, our annual reports, our use of force reports. Everything is online. And sometimes in a law enforcement agency, you don't actually see always the big picture of what everybody thinks is important. So this document kind of tells us what's important. So we put it out there right away. Pillar 3 is technology and social media. And then we have community policing and crime reduction, which is where we have, a vast amount of the programs and stuff. Training and education is important. And then wellness and safety for not only officers, but also for the civilian staff at the police department. We bring a lot of guest speakers in and do a lot of not only training on how to become a better police officer, but also personal life, personal wellness, and health, because all that is really wrapped into one. It's hard to come to work sometimes if you've had a bad night, you're going to be cranky in the morning. These programs really embody the mind, the spirit, and the soul. So,
do you see any changes in the way the community interacts with the police force over the years that you've been with the force?
We, I think, have more outreach programs than any law enforcement agency I have ever seen. We get our youth involved with our Youth Police Academy, and we get our adults involved with our Citizen Police Academy. So we put everything out there. We're very transparent, and I think that helps our relationships. So in that regard, I think we're very lucky and fortunate that we really make an effort, and it's not just our community policing officers or our outreach officers doing it. It's from the top down. Everybody, all the officers, all of our support staff and civilian staff, everybody really makes that effort to go the extra mile for our citizens and our community here in Frederick.
What are some of the challenges that you all face?
Frederick is such, as we talked earlier, a diverse community. So sometimes it's hard to get to some of those communities that you really want to reach, because we have a very large Latino community. Asian communities, sometimes there are different dialects. So sometimes communication is problematic, and we have to kind of get around that. We're very fortunate that we have, like, Maryland School for the Deaf. So we have a huge deaf community here. So the important thing is building those partnerships within those communities to be able to reach who you need to reach.
Tell me a little bit more about the Citizens Police Academy and you said there's a youth academy?
There's a youth police academy.
Are these for people who want to become police officers, or?
They're actually for anybody that wants to learn more about their police department. So the Youth Police Academy, we've had over 2,000 kids go through our academy since its inception, which is amazing. Many agencies have actually modeled their youth police academies after ours, which I think is a huge testament to us doing it right. We take kids 7 to 14, and they come for 3.5 hours, and they get quick looks at everything. They get canine demos, they get to process a crime scene, they learn about safety and internet safety. We talk to them about weapons safety. What would you do if you found a gun? I mean, in this day and age, you never know what you're going to find. So kind of going through the basics. They get to play in our police cars and check out the ballistic vests, and they get to it's a very hands-on experience. So for 3.5 hours, they are constantly on the move. Our Citizens Police Academy is offered twice a year, and each week, it's about a 3-hour program for about 8 weeks, and they really get an in-depth look at every division. They get to do tours of our police headquarters, and they really get to learn the ins and outs of our department. So I can pretty much guarantee we have a program for everybody covered with our agency.
The Citizens Police Academy is great because it gives the citizen an opportunity to see what a police officer goes through on a daily basis. I had the opportunity a long time ago to do the academy, and the things that you don't think about on an everyday basis that a police officer, that he or she has to think about constantly, just even small steps about, you see it on TV, someone runs through a red light or goes through a stop sign and you pull them over. The actions the police officer needs to take to not only protect themselves, but to protect the safety of the person doing the violation and those around. A number of steps that you got to think about.
It is.
And I think that is another great way for citizens to understand what happens on a typical, what they see as a typical call, and why do you have to have 2 police officers when you pull someone over for a red light violation and those kind of things. The Academy does a great job.
It does. And you get to also meet a lot of our officers and command staff, and you get to do a ride along, and you see that the amount of training that the officers go through in continual training, we far exceed the state mandate on training for each year for our officers, because it is important.
And when we talk about outreach, we talk about you being able to, as part of the visible face of the police department for outreach. But what you say is important too is the training of our officers on how they reach out to the citizens. You know, we are fortunate that we have our own police academy. It's a very, very well-respected academy.
It is.
It's so well-respected that a number of other agencies come here to train their officers. And I think it gives us the opportunity to show what we want our officers to do on a daily basis. And hopefully that moves to other agencies and it sort of spreads the good word. So we're very proud of that agency and that
our
training
training
academy.
is amazing. Our training staff really, takes it very seriously, and we are so fortunate to have a lot of other agencies use our training and put their recruits through our academy. So that really says a lot to, how well we really do at this, and how much we really do care about our community, and so our officers are pretty amazing.
So if the citizens out there would like to get more information about some of the initiatives the police department has, where can they go?
Oh, there's lots of places they can go. They can either contact me, they can go to our cityoffrederick.com website. All of our services are listed on there, program services, everything that we do. They can go social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and they can Nextdoor. So look us up, like us, follow us. We offer a lot of things. If there's something you think that we don't offer that you would like to see out there, please let us know, because we really strive hard to hit every pocket of the community. We want everybody to know things that we do and things that we offer, and we do it very genuinely, which I think some departments will put things out there and say this is what we offer. We truly want to make things better. We do crime surveys. We'll come to your house or business and kind of give you an overview of things that you might want to fix, whether it's lighting or shrubbery or whatever. So we really we want to make Frederick a very safe community. We all live, work, play here. We love our community and just want to make it as safe and as we can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time and coming. And I think this is great information for our citizens to hear. And we want to thank our police department for all the services that they provide, keeping us a safe place to live.
Thank you very much.